Welcome to the program. I'm Mark Imperial. This segment's being brought to you by booksgrowbusiness.com. It's the place where busy entrepreneurs, professionals, and business owners publish to grow their businesses and to leave a legacy. We're doing a series of spotlights on remarkable experts across the country and even in your town. Joining me on this segment is Logan Ellis. He's a loan officer with First Western Trust. Logan, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you for having me.
Logan, tell us a little bit about your work and specifically, who are the types of clients that you service and help?
Well, Mark, what I do is I originate residential mortgages for individuals all across the country because I'm licensed in 50 states. And one of the things that we do is we help people obtain home ownership or help them get cash out or just get a lower rate and term on their mortgage so it's more affordable for them.
Excellent. So the elephant in the room question, this recent pandemic, how has that affected mortgages today? What is the state of the mortgage situation today?
That's a great question. So rates have dropped dramatically. I mean, for example, you're seeing VA loans still in the mid twos right now, and some conventional loans still in the high twos, low threes. So it's given people access to cheaper money so that they can utilize that money to better themselves financially and help them get out of say, an apartment and get into a home that they can grow and take care of their family.
So it does sound like a great opportunity, not only for those folks looking to like refinance and get a better rate today, but of course, this pandemic is causing a lot of action in the real estate market. Is that what you've seen? What have you seen across the country?
Well, across the country, we're seeing obviously a shortage of houses and supply, which has caused numerous people to have to overbid on houses. But fortunately, with the low rates, it still offered them more, how you'd say, um, a better opportunity to purchase in today's market because it is still affordable, and it gives them the opportunity to go through and get a low interest rate, which keeps a payment lower than even renting nowadays.
Are you seeing a lot of activity, I imagine, in refinance, of course, with the rates being so good?
We are. I mean, we saw a record year last year in refinances, and it's still available. But people, it's learning about what's available to them. And some people think they don't qualify, especially. And I specialize in VA loans because I'm a veteran. But it's really designed so that people can take advantage of the lower interest rates, and they might not know that they can. They think, oh, I'm still at 4%. It's not a bad rate. Well, if you can reduce their term down to a 15 or a 20-year term, it gives them the opportunity to lower the overall interest that they're paying to any organization and still put themselves in a better financial situation for their family.
Well, first of all, thank you for your service. And to your point, a lot of people have misconceptions out there. One of them is like, maybe I don't qualify. What are some of the biggest misconceptions that you hear from folks that are hesitant to get into a mortgage or a refinance?
Well, a lot of people out there think that they might not qualify from a debt to income ratio standpoint if they haven't been in the house long enough or they don't have enough equity. These are all things that can be overcome. It just depends on their unique individual situation. For example, on a VA EARL, which is called an interest rate refinance reduction loan, that gives someone the opportunity, as long as they're dropping their interest rate by a half a point or more, they don't need an appraisal, they don't need to verify any income. And it's a really streamlined process in order to get in a better financial position.
Excellent. So you know how, like in the mortgage meltdown back in 2008 or so, you know how that caused like a lot of mortgages to just not get approved, like the banks weren't approving anything. So that didn't happen this time around. This pandemic hasn't created any hesitation from banks or institutions.
Well, lending restrictions have gotten significantly tighter than, say, in 2008. I remember 2008 because I was in the industry at that time, and we were making more risky loans. And today, the loans are less risky. So, for example, in 2008, we were selling 2 and 3 year arms at about a 5 and 6% interest rate, and then today we're in the mid twos and low threes on a 30-year fixed. So people that are qualified, have a better opportunity now than they did back in 2008.
So today, when folks reach out to you, what is their number one, biggest challenge, concern, or question? What are you hearing most common?
Most common thing I hear is, what is the interest rate and what are the closing fees and what is that going to cost me in order to get a new loan, and what terms are available, whether it be a 15, 20, or a 30-year loan.
Right on. Logan, you've been in the industry a long time. You're a wealth of knowledge. Tell us a little bit about what inspired you to get into this business to begin with. How'd you get started?
Well, to be honest with you, Mark, I was actually just selling automobiles back in 2001. And when the World Trade Center was bombed, I was at a Honda dealership and people weren't buying Hondas at that time. So a friend of mine said, "Hey, you need to come into the mortgage business. It's a phenomenal industry and you can help more people than I was actually helping in the car industry." So I got into mortgages in 2001, and it's just been a blessing ever since. We've had the opportunity not only financially to grow, but also to help hundreds, if not thousands, of people over my career get into a home or save money. And that to me is a massive uh, benefit. And I'm blessed for that opportunity. And some people say, "Oh, he's just in there trying to sell loans, make money." No, it's actually watching those people get their house, get their keys, and they're able to raise and grow their family in that situation. Plus, it allows them to build wealth, and significant wealth, especially in today's market where the values have increased exponentially.
Helping people get to where they want to be and helping them get what they want to get. Absolutely. Logan, before I ask you my last question, is there anything I didn't think to ask you that you think is important to share with the audience today as it relates to mortgages and the opportunities today that are out there?
Well, I would tell all consumers, make sure you shop. I mean, it's great to get the initial quote from someone, but get three different quotes so that you feel comfortable, and talk to the loan officer. Make sure that they have your best interest in mind and not theirs. Okay. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be paying that loan for the next 30 years. That loan officer is not. So make sure you do your due diligence when going out and picking the right person.
Logan, you're licensed in 50 states. For folks listening right now that resonate with you and would like to connect, how do they find you, learn more, and connect with you?
Well, the easiest way is to look at my website, thevaguy.com. Once again, thevaguy.com. Or you can reach out to me at 720-663-9976.
This has been terrific. I appreciate you taking the time and sharing your knowledge with my audience today. And I wish you continued success for you and for all of your clients.
Outstanding. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much.
Logan Ellis, loan officer at First Western Trust. This segment's been brought to you by booksgrowbusiness.com. It's the place where busy professionals, entrepreneurs, and business owners publish to grow their businesses and to leave a legacy. That's all for now. I'm Mark Imperial, and thanks for tuning in.